All right, Shalom. For the foremost, we give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakodash, Barakatham. Give honor to the apostle and elder, great millstone, and to all the occupants across the globe. Pushing the word in truth and sincerity, I want to say Shalom. This is a response to land backing off the apostle Tahar. He had mentioned this former camp head of Columbus, Ohio, Iran. I just want to give my 2 cents about meeting this guy. The apostle discussed how they think he's an Edomite, care. I'm just gonna give you my short little encounter with the man. I came from Chicago, went to Columbus for a little bit, and he was the camp head, and immediately, man, I just knew I thought something was off with him, and not saying this in hindsight, I'm saying just off my first impression. He was a little quirky, but he's very knowledgeable, about the history. I camped with him probably I think 2 or 3 times while I was there before one of the brothers in the camp had informed me that he had quit, and just dropped the plow, and he ended up turning into a scoffer. He said he didn't agree with some of the things that was going on and hypocrisy and things like that. But he just he became a scoffer and a mocker, man. As you can see, this is his page, Cain Cadmus. All right, this is him. This is his page. His mixtapes, his your music is garbage. He has some shorts. This is him playing the guitar and stuff, and the guy is totally bugged out. And the more I observe this guy's behavior, I 100% believe he's an Edomite. And if you want to get tortured by your ears tortured to bleed, don't go to none of his music videos. All right, but that's neither the point here or there. Just understanding that my encounter with the man, he wasn't spiritual. Some of the accounts that the brothers have of him, as a leader, I believe that the camp should have been a lot further along than where they were. There's a little to no order in the camp, and since he's been gone, the camp head now, which was the second command, the elder brother Peliah, the camp has grown exponentially, man. The Lord Yahweh blessed the brother with fruit. These brothers are engaging with other brothers, of different camps, and they're exploring really what it means to be in the truth and have a fellowship of brothers, man. I know Elder Big Gad goes out there frequently and deals with these brothers on a very personal level. They have a very close relationship with the Elder Big Gad, man. But there was something wrong with that guy. And obviously the proof was in the pudding because it showed that as soon as he left of the camp grown, man, they got brothers Elder Polite camp head number 2 Atalawan. His number 3, Quan, we call him Quan. All right, got the Tyler's younger brother in there. Your car, and they got some fruit from Dayton that comes out there and drives and deal with them very diligently. All right, from Dayton, Ohio, man, all the way up to Columbus, and they go out and they minister. All right, they're they've been to the Midwest meetings, man. The Midwest gathering. The Lord is really blessing that camp, man. And with that leadership that they had, it was very stagnant. All right, but the Lord got rid of it. And I just want to get a couple of precepts. The Lord really lesson edifying. Matthew 13 and maybe 20 or 13 and 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. When the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then have it tares? And he said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then go and gather them up? And he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest, and in the time of harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares, and bind them into bundles and burn them. But gather the wheat into my barn, man. And there may be a tare, man. I believe he's a tare. I know, he's been in the truth, quite a while, but, the Lord revealed things in His time. And this guy's not been to Camp Air for 2 or 3 years now. All right, and the fruit of Columbus is growing, man. But it's something that the angels are going to sort out. There's something that Yahweh Shai is going to sort out, but it's not looking good, man. And just be mindful. A brother's not being in the spirit. All right, don't be holding brothers back. Sometimes you get these brothers who come in who be on fire. The Lord be dealing with them heavily. All right, and I'm gonna say it. People get envious. They get jealous of the amount of the spirit that some brothers may have, man. I've seen it in the Camp of Nazariah with a particular brother he had art with. Those brothers are very mighty in the spirit. Mathadia, Yowana, these brothers were very, very heavy. These brothers are very, very heavy in the spirit. But you got these. You may have guys, older ranking members, all right, that may see it and don't want to be overshadowed, man. And I believe that's part of what was going on in Columbus. The Wadi Abba Shaka for getting rid of him, all right, because it turned out to be a scoffer and a mocker, all right, a reprobate, and and at the very least, he's a tare, man. This is based on the fruit of the spirit that he had produced, within himself, in the state of mind that he's in now, man. Actually, absolutely no musical talent. All right. And I just want to say Tawadi Abba Shai for releasing those brothers from the grasp of that man. Didn't ever want to hang out with the brothers, and I'm not saying everybody got to hang out, but when you got a camp before, there should be a little more closeness, to a degree, and since he left, man, the Lord bless those brothers, man, and the water for that. This is my little 2 cents on the man. He wasn't right. He never sat well with me, in some of the accounts that I've heard, and the proof is in the pudding, man. With that, I'm gonna say shalom, the Baba Ball.